everyone, this is Mel here and welcome back to Mel's Blind Life, the YouTube channel all about blindness. So today we are going to talk about grooming a guide dog. I have my retired guide dog Darcy here with me and we will give him a nice brush to make him all clean and beautiful. So up on the table. Good boy. Sit.
Hi, this is Mel Stevens. Welcome back to Mel's Blind Life, the YouTube channel all about blindness.
So the first thing I'm going to do before I get started is I'm going to select my brushes and everything, which I'm actually at my mum's house at the moment. She's behind the camera. Thanks, Mum. So this isn't my setup that I have at home. So out of this box, I'm going to grab some brushes. Mum's actually got the same brushes that I would use at home. So the first thing I'm going to grab is a comb, and this has got, I think it's like metal comby bits that you comb the dog's fur with. I'm also going to grab this rubber brush, which is called a zoom groom, and it's a little bit like a curry comb on a horse. This is what you use to get all the hair and stuff up from the bottom of their coat. And the other thing I'm going to find is I'm going to find a kind of a softer brush that's got fairly long bristles, but it's a softer brush. But that's not the one I like. Mum's got a different one that I like. Oh, yes, here's the one I do like, a softer brush. And then sometimes blind people use perfume to make their dog smell all prettiful. So I've got my 3 pieces of equipment and we'll go over and get started. So Mum's grooming table here is actually quite fancy. It plugs into the electricity and it has this little remote here that you use to put it up and down so that it's good for your back and everything to brush the dog. So going up, when you first do this, I would suggest that you give the dog positive reinforcement to make sure that they are okay with the sensation of the world shrinking away from them as they go up on the table. Now the other thing that I have done, as you can see, is I've taken Darcy's collar off, which I wouldn't recommend doing when you first get your dog, when you're grooming it, but certainly by the time that your dog and you get on well, you can take your collar off because they should be obedient enough during the brush, and it just allows you that little bit extra bit of room that you can groom the hair underneath where their collar is. So the other thing before I get started is I'm wearing, as you can see, I've got this very noisy plastic bag sounding thing, which is actually a sort of like a rain poncho that you can probably just pick up from your local supermarket or your Dollar Tree or whatever you have. And it's just a really thin, papery jacket that you can put on, and it goes way down to your knees, and it will just protect your clothing from the hair as you brush your dog. So we'll get started on brushing. Back up. Back up. Now Darcy doesn't like brushing, so it's going to be really hard to get him to cooperate properly, because all he wants is to get down and to be away from the brush. So I'm going to start with my zoom groom, and I'm going to use the zoom groom backwards along the grain of his coat. So you use the zoom groom against the grain, and this will just bring up any loose hair and everything, dust from the underneath of the dog's coat. And you want to do this until all of the dog's fur has all been brushed against the grain all along their back and their hips and under their tummy. You can do it pretty hard. A lot of dogs like it pretty hard because that sort of feels like a massage to them. Darcy just hates being brushed. He does not like it at all. So it doesn't matter if I do it hard or soft. But if you do sensitive areas like underneath their belly and things, you have to brush it a little bit softer. So now that I have zoom groomed him and his hair's all backwards, I've actually changed combs. This is a different comb to the one I showed you earlier. This one's got teeth that kind of roll as you comb. So what I'm going to do with the comb is I'm going to go with the grain. Mama, stop. So ladies and gentlemen, Darcy's just changed colour. This is Darcy's alter ego. This is Chic, Mum's guide dog. Hello, Shadow. Really? So we've changed dogs because Chic actually enjoys being groomed and Darcy, well, Darcy doesn't. So we are up to the perfume. Stand up. Good boy. And it'll be interesting to see how much Chic actually listens to me because he doesn't actually, you know, I'm not his owner, so, but he's pretty good. He really listens to anyone. So I've got the perfume here, I've shaken it up and I'm gonna do one spray on his, this will be his left-hand side, one spray on his back, and one spray on his right-hand side. Yeah. And now I'm going to grab my sort of softer brush, which almost feels like a human's hairbrush, and I'm just going to brush the perfume into his coat, and I'm going to brush with the grain for this one. So I'm going to brush it in until I don't feel any dampness left over from the areas where I sprayed the perfume. And you're a very good boy, you like being brushed. Yes, you would like being brushed. Your tail goes a million miles an hour. So he's now had all of his hair brushed in the correct direction and got the perfume in it. So we're done with the actual grooming part. Now something that it is probably a good idea to do while you've got your dog on the grooming table and at a good accessible height is do a quick little health check. So you probably want to feel and smell your dog's ears to see whether they've got an infection or anything. Now Chic is having a warm ear day today. Chic has warm ear days and cool ear days. Doesn't actually necessarily mean that he's got an infection or anything, that's just Chic. But he's having a warm ear day and they smell completely normal, so there's nothing wrong with his ears there. I'm just going to quickly and gently feel near his eyes with my thumb to make sure there isn't any stuff near his eyes. He has one yucky wet nose, which is excellent. And I'm just going to check all four of his paws. And you want to feel, so you're gonna then go to your dog's legs and you're gonna pick up their paws. Thank you. No, I want this one. So you're gonna pick up the paws and just feel their pads just to make sure that there isn't anything caught in the pads or in the hair around the pads. Check their nails to see whether they're in good condition as well. And then let the dog put the paw back down. And with an older dog, I would suggest that you just feel their legs for any warmth, which may indicate inflammation or something. Chic is, how old are you? Oh, that's right. Sheik's 8, so you want to be on the lookout for things that could be sore, like knees or elbows or whatever. And you feel the pads of all 4 paws to make sure that they're all nice and healthy. That one's good. I'm not going to be able to pick this one up because he's sitting down, but that one's good. And then the final thing as you're grooming them is you just want to feel just their whole body and make sure there's no lumps or bumps or anything like that. And then you are finished. Hey Sheik, you're all clean. You had a good brush? All right, going down. Going down. Good boy, up you go. So the last thing that you're going to do is I'm going to turn the electricity off for the grooming table. I'm going to gather up all the hairs and put the hairs in that bucket over there. I'm going to gather up all my brushes and put them back in the box over there. And of course I'm going to take this thing off and go and give my hands a very thorough wash. So thank you very much for watching this video and learning about how to groom a guide dog, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.